And welcome back to Music Free Gaming. I hope you're having a fabulous day. It is a fun and exciting day here at Music Free Gaming Land. And let's jump into Create Mod. That's right. Welcome back to Create Mod Season 2, Farm to Table. That's right. We are going to be farming things and putting them on our table. But not today. Today, we are going to be farming glass. And we're going to be farming soul sand because sure, but also gold and quartz. So let's take a look at this lovely set of belts that I have prepared earlier. And it is a special breed of fun, right? Look at all this fun stuff, right? Now, for those of you who may have caught the series earlier, my crushing wheels used to be on this side. I moved them over there because I think that's going to just make this a little bit easier. But what I want to do is we're going to deal with stuff. So first thing I want to do is I think I want to put on each of these a barrel, probably right about here. Okay. Now I'm just going to set up one of these first of all. Let's grab some andesite funnels. Right, now these are going to be here just... Actually, you know what? I might want to move that closer. Not for any... Well, say not for any particular reason. Just so that I have a little bit more room for things to happen. So, however, I want to sleep. Please let me sleep. Sleeping. Or, you know, not. There we go. There we go. We got it. All right. Nice. All right. So let's meander up here then. So if I want to do this up here, I think what will work best then would be for the barrel to be here. That would go there. I'm going to go down here because this is apparently where I belong, right? All of the, hey, I'm going to fall down and be down here bits. Yeah, that's exactly it. Okay. And that's fine. Yep, all of those will be coming back this way, apparently. All right. Now, see, we can do that, and that'll be... No. There's my belt. There, just like that. Thank you. All right. Okay, and my barrels will be coming up this way eventually. All right, cool. So this should be fun and exciting. Now, grab it first, grab you second. Okay. Cool. So stuff is going to come through here. Now, why do I have 3 belts? So the way this works, right, is cobblestone comes out of this guy, right? And it goes around and eventually I'll fix that, but eventually we'll come through here and get ground into gravel. Okay. Nice. The gravel will also come around, and same thing, it'll eventually end up through there. And we'll get ground into sand. Okay, cool. Now, sand, we can do a couple of things with, okay? We can do a couple of things, but one of them, which is fun, is we can haunt it, okay? Which gives us stuff, okay? If we haunt sand, we get soul sand, all right, which is awesome. I'm a big fan of soul sand. I'm also a big fan of falling off of things, apparently. So we're going to do that. The other thing is if you take lava, right, and have fans blow through the lava, it'll smelt it into glass, which I also like. And finally, if you take water and blow fans through it at your stuff, you'll eventually get stuff. It'll wash it and you get other things. So we're going to do each of those steps. And as we do, talk about why I'm doing each thing. But the first thing I think I want to do here is eat a carrot. And then, yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and we'll haunt on this first one. Doesn't matter. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not, but. Oh. I have no idea what that advancement is. It's, place down a campfire. Okay, great. Well, that part was done. So, you know, that's awesome. All right, now, I need fans. Because who doesn't need fans, right? Fans are great. All right, so what I'm going to do is we'll take some fans. Now, these are pointing the wrong way, okay? And that's fine. We'll just rotate them. Right, so they go that way. That way. Back! One too many. There we go. That way. Cool. And then the idea is they will blow. Now, here's the problem. This belt is going the wrong way. Okay? So if I were to connect up, connect shafts up right here, right? It ends up sucking instead of blowing. And you want to be sure you get the right one of those, okay? Just saying, you want to be sure. So, you need to do a couple things. First off, need a bunch of gearboxes, I think, which is going to involve a lot of other things. Well, that cobblestone just continues to run around and be cobbly. All right. So let's grab a bunch of cogwheels and then a bunch of gearboxes. You know, I would have liked to have done more gearboxes, please. Let's try this again. This time with feeling, right? Gearboxes. That's why I got not enough materials. Why do I not have enough materials? I have all the materials in the world. Okay. There we go. Good enough. All right. So unfortunately, because these are awkward, right. So that's now blowing. And that's now blowing. And that one is going to be stupid. Right. Okay, now I could separate them if I wanted to. I could move one over, which would be fine. I wonder if... I want to try something here. I don't know that this is going to work, but... No, that's absolutely not going to work. See, I could put that there, and that one kind of sucks. Don't you hate it when that happens? Right. So those two are blowing, and this one is not. Oh, well, this one would blow if I had a deal there. Okay, so those two are going. I suppose what I could do... It's a little bit annoying, but I could just take this fan out, which would slow things down just a little bit, but might be okay. Stick that down right there. So... Yeah, because unfortunately, as I said, if I go straight... Oops. If I go straight this way... then that one sucks and it doesn't blow. And that goes in the wrong direction. And unfortunately, those... I want 3 of these to go across. Oh, I wonder if I can do it this way. Let's try this. Oops, nope, 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 nope. Darn. All right, we'll do it this way. All right, hang on. Gotta make this all happen now. Okay. Okay, other than it not spinning, everything is great. All right. So that is going that way. Okay, cool. All right, so if I do this, and that, oops. Let's rotate it that way. What if I were to pull this way? There we go. That'll work. I can live with that. Sweet. So now we're going to do a couple of fun things here. So the first thing is I need to do is I've got some of these attribute filters. Now, attribute filters basically say, hey, if this thing can be haunted or whatever, right, we can do that. Now, I don't want to do that right now, okay? We're going to clear everything off this regular filter. And right now, the only thing I want to haunt is sand, okay? It is possible to haunt cobble, right? Let's come over here, right? If I take cobblestone, right? And if I were to... No, what is it? Oh, if you haunt it, you get... It gets to be infested, and that gets to be just crazy, I think. But also, black stone... Blackstone. Oh yeah, if I haunt cobble, I get blackstone, which actually is not necessarily a bad thing. I don't have storage set up for it, but that's easily fixed, I think. All right, let's sleep, because that's actually not a bad thing to get some cobblestone. Okay, or get some blackstone. Let's see. What do I have down this way? I guess I could maybe put it here. I could also perhaps move all of this down one more. I gotta put blackstone storage in. Yeah, I have options. On the other hand, no. Because I don't think I'm going to be taking blackstone anywhere else either. So, let's see. Could I? Let's. I'm going to have to dig out a bunch of this stuff. I might have to go get my drill. But this would be interesting. Let's get some dirt. And now I have been using three blocks in between each segment. Not because I necessarily need 3 blocks between each segment, but because I have some ideas that might require the space later. So, okay, so if I do this, then I'll probably want to bring this down this way a little bit. All right. And if I do that, then I'm definitely going to want to move all of this down. All right, so let's go ahead and extend this out that way. All right, do I have stuff? I think I have enough stuff. I can create another vault here. So, and I don't know that these really need to be this big, but we're going to make them this big. Anyway, actually... it's gonna have to be at least 9, not 4. Because I can count and do math and stuff. So that would be 9. We'll start with 9, and I can potentially move things if I want to. But we shall see, I guess. Oops. Where's my... There's my wrench. All right. There we go. And, oh, right, my shovel broke. Do I have another shovel in my backpack? Looks like I do not. So that's fine. We'll craft one real quick. I really need to get some upgraded tools, but I haven't wanted to, right? You know what I mean? It's like I want the upgraded tools, don't get me wrong. But it's like I have other things I've been wanting to do, and that wasn't one of them. So you know how that goes, right? Okay, now, I don't know how much blackstone I'm going to be using, so if I need more storage, I can easily expand this to get more storage. But for now, let's go ahead and drop a... Oops. I want it to be facing the right way. Barrels. There they are. All right. Barrels go there. Chutes go there. All right, so we'll deal with that. So the next thing I need to do then is this guy is going to go here. Okay. With this happy dealy bob going there. Okay. This will come out, whoa, that way a little bit. That might be too much. We'll figure that out in a minute. Okay. There we go. Yep. A little bit too much. That's cool. All right, so now this happy little guy is going to go there. Okay. Nice. Now, this can all go away. And I think I've got more belts. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay. All right, these will all make their way out this way. All right, nice. And I don't need those at all, actually. Cool. So now I have a space. I'm not going to set it up yet, but I have a space for some blackstone. All right. Now, part of the reason I'm not going to set it up yet is I'm lacking in a few resources to be able to do it. So we're going to be a little careful with it. But so for now, all right, so this needs to be on the allow list, is we are only going to allow sand to come through there. Eventually, we'll change that to sand and blackstone, or sand and cobblestone. Okay. Now, the next thing we're going to need here is an attribute filter. So let's come down here, and I need to grab... Do I have sand in my... Yeah. This will be a little bit easier to work with than trying to get it in and out of there. All right, so attribute filter. We're going to take some sand. And our... What I want this to say is can be haunted. Okay. Except we're going to say opposite. So it basically is cannot be haunted. Okay. Which is fine. Okay. Cannot be haunted means it's going to stop here. Right? If it can't be haunted, it'll go through. If it can be haunted, it'll stop while waiting for the campfires to go. Okay? Right. So that's the idea. So let's see. The next thing I'm going to need to do, let's go ahead and put that sand away, is I want to set up another... Oh, I should have made a handful more list filters, but It's okay. It's all right. So let's just try this a little bit and see, okay? So this is sand. Oops. Nope. That's... All right, so if I let a little bit of sand out. Now, most of the sand, or some of the sand, should end up going through there. Because it's stopping at the can be haunted, right? Because it can be haunted, it's not being let through. And boom. Now we have ourselves some happy little soul sand. Okay? Good. So I'm going to come over here and pick this stuff up. Back! Oh, come back here. All right, well, that was dumb. All right, anyway, yeah, no, this is totally fine. Okay, no, we're good. We're good. All right. Nice. Nice. All right, so that is the Hauntomatic. All right. The next thing I need to do brings in some more fans, so let's go ahead and get them. And basically, I need to set up the same type of thing. Now that I know this is all going to behave itself. Okay. Okay, that's going to go there. And I need andesite filters, which I do not have. But that's okay, because I totally have andesite. And I totally have kelp. Kelp? Yes, no. I mean, I do, but it's not the right kelp. All right, hang on. I gotta go pick up some kelp that I have previously cooked. I guess I turned all the kelp I had into belts, which, you know, it makes sense. I would rather wear kelp as a belt than eat it because I'm just that sort of weirdo. If you were a different type of weirdo who would rather eat kelp than wear it, that's fine. Let me know. Because the world needs all the weirdos it can get. All right, so let's grab some kelp. And as I said, I had some raw kelp up there. So let's go ahead and let that cook. And, oh, I also am going to need some... Actually, I think I've got plenty of lava, so I do want to refill this bucket just because... All right. Nice. All right. Oh, since we're here, let's sleep. Let us sleep and form great dreams, of which nothing is as it seems. Your chickens may fly, or they may cry, because their hot dogs are green. You know, it's a common problem, honestly, with chickens and their hot dogs. So we really need to sympathize with them. All right, so we got that all going. So let's see. Next thing we're doing here is, what do you think? Should we wash? Yeah, sure. Let's wash next. Okay. So if I'm going to be washing things, I'm going to need some nuggets because I need to make, let's make another couple of list filters. Okay. Because the thing is, there are a few of these things that can have multiple things happen to them. Like you can wash gravel, for example. I don't want to wash gravel. Okay. Gravel is fine, but I want it crushed into sand. I don't need it washed into other things. Okay. So we're not going to do that. So instead, we're going to take our list filter and the only thing what do I need washed is soul sand. Okay. All right. So this only allows soul sand through. Okay. So that's going to go that way. And I totally forgot to create my andesite funnels, which is fine. Not at all a weird thing that I've forgotten to do. Funnels. There we go. Oh, right. It is andesite. It's not andesite. It's andesite alloy. That's cool. I'm actually going to need 4 of those. Okay. All right. So, ow. I'm being haunted. Okay. So that's going to go there. That's going to go there. And those ones will go on that side as well. All right. So this is only going to let soul sand through, which, again, in the eventually times will be something else. But, all right. So I'm going to need fans. I think, yeah, let's go and get the fans in. Okay. All right. They're facing the wrong way, and that's okay. I'm going to turn them around in a minute, but I need them to not blow me off the belt. Okay. That would be awkward and uncomfortable. So we're going to skip that. But I think what I'm going to need here is, let's see, some form of stone would be nice. I guess we could use tough. Tough would be okay. Tough. You know, we can do tough bricks here, right? Oh, no, not in this version of Minecraft. All right, that's fine. Well, I mean, I might be able to do it with a stonecutter. Yes. All right. So let's do, I guess it doesn't really matter, but cut? Sure. Let's do cut. We'll do 13. Seems like a reasonable number. I mean, sure, it's a little odd, but that's fine. Who isn't? All right, so what I need to do here is we're going to take some of this down this way and pop it up like so. Okay. And since I'm here and placing tough, let's do the same thing on this side. Except this actually needs to go out like this. Okay. Yeah. All right. Because of the same thing. We're going to take the same dealy bobs. Where's our fans? Take our happy encased fans and place them like that. Okay. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're washing, right? So let's take some water. Water go there. And then take this, and also I'm done with the dirt. Okay. All right, so now we're washing. Awesome. Slap that in. Now we're going to take another one of our attribute filters, right? And we're going to do the same thing we did before, where it's, I don't know. We'll add soul sand there, which is fine, but can be washed, and this, or can be washed and not that sucker. So basically, so it says, if it cannot be washed, let it through. Okay. I'm actually curious. Soul sand. What do you get if you, oh, it turns in, if you smelt it, you get scoria. Yeah. All right. But here's what I want. I want to wash the soul sand because it gives me quartz and it gives me gold, right? This is the important stuff here. I need this stuff. I need quartz and I need gold. And I need a lot of it. So this is the idea. Soul sand will come through here. It'll get washed and we will get the quartz and the gold. Now, quartz is the thing that I am totally and completely lacking. So that way? Yeah. And this way. All right. Now, I think yeah, because I'm totally and completely lacking in those, let's make another couple of filters. It's not essential. I mean, I don't have to do it this way. In fact, I would rather not, but that's okay. Oh, I'm going to need some iron nuggets. That'll work. Okay. So let's grab a couple of list filters here. All right. Okay. So the nice thing about using list filters is that I can come in here, right? Is I can take one and say, all right, this one, I need this one to be gold. Actually, we're gonna deal with this in a minute. Let's make this quartz. Okay. Oops. Stop. Quartz. Okay. Quartz will go there. This one, actually, I do want it to be something, but it's going to be different. We're going to say, oh, hey, there goes my fuel train. Let's make this one gold, but it's going to actually be ingots. Oops, same mistake. Gold ingots. Okay. Now I will eventually be changing that, but for the actual ingots, but that's okay. Now, the very astute of you might have noticed that washing soul sand doesn't give ingots, right? If I take soul sand, right, soul sand here, and I wash it, I get nuggets, all right? So, what I'm going to do is we're going to add a little bit of additional equipment over here, okay? So what I want to do is let's get, maybe we'll just do it this way. Okay. And get another belt coming like so. All right. So what I want to do is we're going to put a, yeah, put one of those there. We're going to put one of these on here, okay? Now, for the moment, this is not going to do anything useful, okay? Okay, it's going to basically suck everything into this barrel, and that's not fabulous, but, you know, whatever. I will eventually filter this for nuggets. In fact, I could put a list filter on this thing right now and say, all right, nuggets go here. All right. Okay, can't reach the filter option. Okay. So all the gold nuggets are going to come in and they're going to go into there. Okay. Wonderful. Yeah, that's totally great. So the next thing I'm going to need is I'm going to need a basin. Okay. So grab a basin. I'm also going to need a number more of andesite filter. Well, actually, yes, andesite. Let's just grab funnels. Come on, man. Get it together. Okay. So let's grab some andesite funnels. Okay. Don't need that many, but I'll use them, so it'll be fine. Now, here's the fun. Do I have another brass funnel? I don't think I do. I may have to. I might be able to craft up another one here. So let's grab a brass funnel. Okay. I have to be a little bit careful with these because I don't have any more electron tubes. And partly because I don't have any more quartz. And I could go into the nether and mine for it, which I will probably end up doing anyway. But for now, we're going to deal with this. Okay. So this is all going to come here. Now what I'm going to need is the basin. Oh, maybe I don't want to do that. Okay, so the basin will go here. I think it needs to go. All right. So what I'm going to do is we'll get one of those there, one of those there. Okay. And then I need a smasher. Do I have one? I don't. What I need here is a mechanical press. Okay. Which I can do easily enough. I just need to be sure I've got some iron out here. Okay. You know, it's too easy to put those on. Okay. Press. All right. Mechanical press. Thank you. Now, honestly, this would be better if it were faster, I think, but we shall make do. And I'm not overly concerned with speed here, okay? Is speed going to be an issue? Yeah. We'll see how much of an issue this is here in a minute, but that's going to go that way. In fact, let's rotate it. So it goes that way. And the reason I want to rotate it, one, I could tap right into this. But the other thing I could do is I could just go this way. Because I think I think this actually lines up beautifully like that. Okay? Great. So now, theoretically, if I get gold nuggets through here, they'll come in here and they'll get smashed, I hope, into blocks. So let's grab our nuggets here. Nuggets. Right? Let's see, make sure I know what I'm doing on this one. Okay, that'll smash into coins. Okay, without a basin, it smashes into coins. With a basin, it should smash into ingots. So we'll see what happens when this goes through. Okay? All right, so that's the idea, though, is we're now washing all of this stuff. So in theory, I should be able to start farming quartz. So let's turn the sand on for a minute. Okay? Now, long term, this will be better. But for now, let's go ahead and get some sand going. All right, that's enough for the moment. So the sand is now going to come through here. It's going to get haunted, which is great. Okay? And that's why that barrel is there, to let things build up a little bit while it haunts. Okay? Because obviously, that's going to be a thing. So long term, I may want to swap that out so it drops them in like batches of 16 or something. But in any case, the soul sand is going to come through now. So here it comes down the line. Okay? Now the soul sand should, as it comes down here, come out through the second line. Right there it goes. And it's going to get washed. Right? And when it gets washed, yeah, see there, we've got some quartz. Okay. Now, we didn't get any gold nuggets, which is fine. It's kind of a rare thing to get the gold nuggets, but that's okay, right? So the quartz will get sucked into that machine, which now I can go change the filter. And if I do get any gold, it should end up in that barrel. So let's go take a look, see if we got any. Okay. I mean, if it did, yeah, we didn't get anything there. All right. But that's the idea, is the nuggets should all end up coming through here. Now, I think I don't have any gold on me. I've got a gold sheet, but that's it. So, All right, so I think I'm just going to have to let that run for a while and see what we get. But before I do that, I want to get this guy up and running. So I think what I want to do is I'm going to need lava. Okay, lava's going to go right there. Right now, do I happen to have glass on me? I do. Perfect. Okay. So what I want to do is let's place a little glass over that so I don't accidentally set myself on fire. All right, so now this is going to be blowing all hot and heavy. Okay, which is great. All right, so now let's get ourselves one more list. Actually, I can go salvage a filter. Okay. Because over here, this one, yeah. We now have nether quartz, which is wonderful. It's especially wonderful because I'm going to need the quartz. Also, I need to fall off the build because of reasons. All right, so that one. Okay. This is quartz. All right, nice. So now I can take this and say, what I'm going to smelt over here is not the quartz, but sand. Okay. And potentially other things, but for now, just sand. And this is why I'm using the list filter here so that I can update it and, as I said, do other things. All right. So now, in theory, if I get sand coming through here too, it should come in here and smelt. All right. That's the idea anyway. So let's let our flag fly here for a minute and just see what happens. Now, right, so if I let some cobblestone out, it should pass all of that stuff, get ground up into gravel. All right, great. So that part is working just fine. We'll let some gravel out as well. And we'll let some sand out. All right, so now, I know it's a little harder to see because of all the rain. So I'm not entirely sure why everything is in shadow right there, but okay. Anyway, we will let it go. Okay, but yeah, see now we're starting to get the sand that's going to wash through and become soul sand. I forgot what that filter was. Okay. So anyway, so that's all going to go do its thing. And then as the soul sand starts to come around, we should be doing good things, right? Absolutely. So yeah, it's going to back up a little bit, unfortunately, because of how some of this goes, but that's fine. We will, hopefully it'll unjam itself here. Well, or not. That could be a problem. All right. Why do you not do the thing that I want you to do? It's totally fine. What was this one? Oops. I need the filter, please. Thank you. Oh, right. That's the that's the ingots. Okay. Cool. Let's sleep and then we'll see what else is going on. What I might need to do, because of the way this is all set up. All right, so let's do this. Let's get another barrel. do I have another barrel? I can craft another barrel if I need to. All right. Let us barrel through the walls. All right. Nope, this is going to be totally fine. All right. Barrel. Andesite funnel there, and andesite funnel going there. All right, so this is going to clean out all of that stuff going that way, which should then open that up. All right. Not the most efficient, perhaps, of things, but it'll work. The only concern is, will this fill up? And in theory, it should spit out at roughly the same speed as it's filling up, but yeah. Okay, anyway, so this is all crushing down and all this good stuff. All right. Great. So I think what I'm going to do, just to let this go a little bit faster, even though it might end up causing some other issues, let's go and stop the cobblestone. I'm going to stop the gravel. Okay. Now, just like last time, right, I do get weird things like flint piled up in here, which is okay. But the flint will eventually make its way through here and get crushed and then just destroyed. So I'm not worried about that. Okay, so. All right, so basically we're just going to have to wait a little bit until we start getting some soul sand through here. Okay, which unfortunately is going to take a little while. But that's okay. That's okay. We'll just let it go. Now, I suppose what could be nice here too, and I don't know if I want to deal with that right this instant, but what might be really nice would be to have a deal that's basically that would collect some soul sand, because I could absolutely use it in places. But for now, I'm not overly stressed by it. So that's fine. We'll let that suck up the last of the gravel. And now this system will just use sand and soul sand. Okay. All right, so here comes some more soul sand. And what we should see is if it washes, right, we'll see the quartz go through. I said we saw that a moment ago. Quartz goes through. And hopefully, again, we'll get some nuggets. Right, that's the hope and dream. But with only a 4% chance, right? It's basically, well, 4 out of 100, which is what, 1 in every 25, roughly. We'll get this. So now what I could do, I could potentially throw a couple of more fans up above and kind of link them up. Not sure how I would run the power, but I could do that in theory. Okay. It's just a matter of how I want to. And that would definitely allow like this sand to cook faster. Or if I took brass funnels. All right, now I need to take a quick detour over to the wiki. Okay. So excuse me. Yeah. So basically the idea is mechanical fan, it has a speed, right? And anything from 1 to 16 items is, all cooks at the same rate. All right, well, since I have 2 brass funnels here, let's do this. All right, because this is that backing up. Yeah. All right. So we're going to take this, and I'm going to less than or equal to 16. Okay? We'll do the same thing here. Though I think this one, I might not. We'll do the same thing. Less than or equal to 16. Well, that's 17. 16. There we go. So I think that will do it. Though, in all honesty, 4 times 8 is okay. It's the same. It ends up kind of being the same items per second, I suppose, but that's all right. This will go faster this way, so that way, if it does bunch up, it'll dump out lots of things faster. So what we should be seeing now is a bunch more soul sand making onto the belt. Okay. Which is good, right? That's sort of the idea. Now, yeah, and actually now that I have some more nether quartz, I can probably make another brass funnel and do the same thing over here and just say, yep. If we end up over here, cook lots of stuff, but we're not doing any of that yet. So, right, in part because I didn't have enough stuff. I need one more brass tunnel to go here. So, yeah. All right, so this is... All right, so actually, yeah, this is now a problem. All right, so what I need to do now is let's take out that. All right, and... Yep. Yeah, 100% that was a problem. So, cool. All right, so now I need to take this off. All right, where's my axe? Okay. This is going to get messy. All right. And that's fine. All of that should eventually make its way onto the belt. All right, yeah, because basically what happens is you get the same first in, first out issue that you get with hoppers and things. So, yep. All right, nice. So now we've got all of the soul sand is going to wash. All that's going to wash. And, yeah, see, there we go. We've got some nuggets now. All right, so I need to just throw some stuff into my inventory for a minute. Oh, there we go. We now have our first gold ingot. Oops. Right, which is going to go over here. Okay, so first things first. Get an empty hand here. Okay, and that gets to be ingots, and this gets to now suck those in. Wonderful. All right, and then the other thing I want to do is, at least temporarily, turn those into nuggets so I can get my item filter back over. Oh, actually, no, didn't want my... Because this is potentially doing more than, or it could potentially do more than just that. So, great. So we'll let that go ahead and slide in there. It'll get smashed. And that should keep up just fine. All right. Nice. So there we go. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and sleep. And then we're going to deal with some other things. All right. Oh, hey. Let's go ahead and throw those on the belt as well. All right. Cool. Yeah, this is the problem here, is this only takes them in one at a time, so. Which definitely, well, but these only come in one at a time anyway, so it's okay. Yeah, this just allows the sand to bunch up. Allows the soul sand to bunch up, so. Okay. Nope. We're good. Everything's great. So now, let's go craft up some more things. So I've got one electron tube. Right. Do I still have that there? Yep. And I've got some brass. All right. So let's go ahead and craft up one of these. Or, well, two of those, but it's fine. Do I have... Yep, I still have an attribute filter. Okay. All right. Now, the other thing I don't actually think I have, that's going to go there, is glass or something. So, all right, so attribute filter. So it can be smelted. And again, same thing. Cannot be smelted. We'll go right there. All right. So now here's where things are going to get ugly. Is all of the sand is going out this way and none of it is making it down there to smelt. Okay. So what I could do right now is it's set to split and it's definitely not splitting. So I could round robin that. There's no filter on that side. Randomize. Yeah, so it looks like that is just going to go out the one that it wants to do. All right, that kind of sucks, but it means I need to make 4 more of these things to really make this work the way I want it to. Great. Okay. Yeah, no, that's just peachy. So 4 more of those and okay. Cool. Well, since I now have nether quartz, let's go make some stuff. We're going to let that run for a while. And yeah, see, look at that. We're already starting to stock up on quartz. We're getting a little bit of gold, which again, we knew ahead of time that was going to be the slow one. Okay, and those don't have anything set up. So, right, that other one is going to be where glass is going to be. So we're going to need a lot of that too. Okay, so let's see. So I've got quartz. Oh, I've got redstone. What I need, and I do not have here, is sandpaper. Okay, which is fine. I can totally deal with that. Got some sand. Do just one. Okay, that's some paper. All right, sand. Cool. Wish you could just shift click that stuff up, but that's fine. All right. Really want to use all my redstone for this? No. Use most of my redstone for this. All right. Ack! Accidentally stripping the logs in my house, as per usual. You know, not actually a fan of accidental stripping. I'm gonna strip, do it intentionally, because accidental just leaves, it just leaves a weird taste in everybody's mouth, okay? So let's keep the stripping intentional, right? All right. Okay, so that's gonna go away. All right, so I need now a bunch of those. And do I have any more of those? I do not think so. That's fine. So brass and stuff. All right. Ooh, semaphore. Those are cool too. All right. I actually want to deal with some of those in a minute, but I do need 4 of those, and I need probably 4 of those as well. Okay. All right. So this part is it's just going to be messy, I'm sorry to say, but unfortunately, because of the way the fans are set up and other stuff, this is just messy. Now, theoretically, I could have put the fans above the belts, which 100% would have worked, but just is awkward, so. Okay. All right, so now, if I set this to split, I would expect, let's double check this filter. Oh no, this needs to be allow. Nope. It's an allow list for sand. Oh, and it's probably because it's coming out. It's one at a time, so I was kind of hoping, because this was all here, right, that if sand came through, yeah, it would take one and go that way, and then the next one that would come through would go this way. It force split it, I suppose. But that's still not changing things, is it? Oh. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't know, the fact that this is... Because I thought, because these are all connected now, they all operate as one, but apparently not. Okay. Oh, right, the output is still a thing, so. All right, first off, that needs to come out. That there, we're going to do the same thing on this one. Is 16. All right. Which will only matter if and when I get sand into this. Aha. Is that going to do it? Well, we stopped getting sand in there, so no. Good news is that is smelting the sand into glass, so that's great. Okay, I need glass. Okay. Okay, the glass is probably going to get itself ground up, but that's fine. We'll deal with that in a minute. Okay. Yeah, face it out until I can get the filter set. Oh, nope. Okay. So I did that the wrong way, but that's all right. Okay. So we're starting to get gold. We're starting to get quartz. Now, here's the other problem is that once this starts to fill up, it could have interesting issues. What happens when it starts to, when the sand is all full or the glass is all full? I'm still going to try to smelt it. We're still going to try to do stuff with it, but yep, that's just not going to happen. All right. So let's say I come over here. Okay. Smash my head on the thing. That's cool. I might actually be able to take that off, but all right. So let's go ahead and lock that for a minute. Okay. This is going to be an outbound, and I don't want it to go crazy, so we're going to set this to well, I mean, I could do it 16, but let's do it in sets of 8, okay? Let's just drop a couple of sets of 8 out here and just watch what happens, right? So it comes, it's going to hit that, and then not at all link up with the rest of this. Cool. Cool. I must be missing something. All right, so we get a tunnel, right? They can be used to cover up your belts. Yes, that's lovely. Filter slots. Yep, that's great. We have inbound. They've got outbound. Yes. Okay. Cool. But how do I link that into different things? Okay. All right, I think I see what I need to do. On parallel belts. Okay, I see what I need to do. All right. All right, so these can go away. And then it's just this one. Just tell it to split. And now, okay, I can do this. I can get around. I can do it. I can get around where I need to go. All of this is going to happen someplace, somehow, somewhere. All right. So let's let a little bit of sand out. And then it 100% did not split. Okay. And that might be because I just don't have a filter on it. That's going to be really annoying if that's the case. We'll set it to round robin. Okay. Let's try this again. Okay. Let some sand out. All right. And now, when this comes over here, wow. All right. One of these days, I may find a setting here that does what I want it to do. Let's try forced round robin. See if that'll do it. That should go back and forth between each thing. But again, because I've got a filter on one of the outputs and not the other, Yeah, it's just not going to go. Okay, that kind of sucks. I mean, what I could do, and this is really, really annoying. Okay, let's grab a couple of those. Also, I managed to somehow carry around some gravel, so throw that on there. See, what I could do is if I were to craft a lever, all right, just a temporary thing here. Right, so that's now locked. All right, so now the sand can't go that way. Would this actually work? Okay, let the sand out. Yes. Okay, because it can't go the other way, so now it can go through and be glass. Well, that's annoying. That is very annoying. Okay, I mean, obviously it solves the issue, but jeez. All right. So the good news is, I guess that doesn't matter. That can be andesite. It's not a bunch size problem. Okay, right. So it couldn't go that way. See, I don't know why that just doesn't let it. Just doesn't let it come out. But all right, well, fine. Yeah, that's something I'm going to have to play with. But for now, okay. So, yeah, just cover that. Just, again, keep things similar. I should craft up some more. What is that? Cut tough. But, all right. So let's go turn that on. Turn that on. And then turn this on. And let's see what happens. See if it clogs up again. Because that would get awkward. Oh, turn that off. Okay. All right, so now, so the gravel's all going through, the sand is all coming through to get washed. All right, and this is fine. It just means I can't get glass for the moment. All right, there's a... I can manually switch this. I was just hoping I didn't have to. I was hoping that this would just say, all right, yeah, just split and do your thing. But that's not how this is happening. Okay. All right, and yep, now we're all bunched up again. Well, razzle frat. All right. Yeah, okay, I can see this is definitely going to be a problem long term. All right. Sweets and stuff. Okay. I love create, but every once in a while you run into a problem like this. It's like, all right, I can't push more gravel because everything is just kind of stuck. All right, so I think what I could do, remember I did the whole barrel trick before? I could do that here. right? Because this, I'm less concerned potentially about it bunching up. Especially if I were to come through here and let this dump out in stacks, right? Yeah, it's dumping out size any, so. All right. So yeah, so if things, it's coming in by groups of one, but right. So maybe this will sort of keep up, perhaps. We'll find out. If it doesn't, we'll have to look at some other options, but all right. All right, let's sleep and then we'll see how well this is doing after it's run for a couple of minutes. Okay. On the plus side, though, I'm very excited to have huge amounts of sand. So I could just grab a couple of radio links, put a radio link on here that just, oh, when this is on, it makes quartz, and when this is on, it makes glass. Right? That's quartz and gold. Right. Yeah, so we've got 7 nuggets in there, which is great. And we can close those and make them just connect, but yeah, this is weird. I don't know why that's the way it is, but okay. But that's okay. I guess we're surviving, so nice. All right, let's see if this bunches up again. So this is all going to come through, comes through one at a time. Yeah, this thing, so because it does one at a time instead of, well, I could let this bunch up into stacks. I'd have to, what would I have to do? Take this out. I mean, that's a thing. I mean, I could take these out, let this come in larger groups, but I think we're okay. So this won't be too bad because when this all grinds out and stuff, it goes, but right. Yeah, because this lets these bunch up. This lets soul sand bunch up if it ever needs to. But yeah, I think this one's going to have to be a big one. Well, heck, if I do that, then this filter could go here. All right. All right, do I have some inventory space? So let's just be sure. Okay. Okay. Because this list filter says allow that. So that will go there. And then if I do that, it still does nothing. Awesome. I was sort of hoping it would actually suck them off that belt, but I guess it's not going to. So, cool. All right. Nice. So I don't know what I just sent down that line to wash, but oh, cobblestone. Yeah, cobblestone doesn't wash. It just goes through, which is great. But yeah, this is... Yeah, so everything's coming around one at a time, which is fine. And see what happens with this stuff is when it comes down over this way, it'll get sucked into the storage and then spit back out one at a time. So okay, that's definitely slowing things up a bit. Which again, I'm not overly concerned about. I'm not concerned with speed so much as I am concerned with other things. Yeah, so if that's all coming out, I don't have to do this then. Not so much concerned with speed, I'm just concerned with it jamming. Because that would just not be cool, right? All right, and that's fine. Now, again, I don't have a soul sand thing down here, but then I couldn't just lock this if I wanted, like if I wanted to haunt cobblestone, I couldn't just lock this if I was also cooking other things. So, yeah, okay. Nope, it's just, this is just really messed up is what it is. Okay. Which is fine, it's just not great. Okay. But all in all, I think it is working for what I want it to do. So I think what I'm going to have to do, though, is yeah, maybe throw a couple of, or maybe just throw a switch. So it's okay, you're cooking gold or something. If I want gold and quartz, got to go this way. And if I want glass, I can do that way. All right, I guess I can do that. Yeah. I do have some redstone. Okay. Right, I did not use it all, which is great. That's the idea. Let's not use all of it. Okay, so I'm going to need some redstone torches. I'm going to need some brass. Brass. Brass casings. There they are. All right. I wanted to sleep. I didn't want to. I can't sleep because it's just too wet out. Okay. No, this is totally fine. Everything here is fine. We're doing great. Oh, hang on. Speaking of things doing great, I just realized something. Okay, no. Realization was wrong. That's cool. All right. Let's do anything else? Probably. Yes. Okay. So I want to get some radio links here. Right. So we need a couple of radio links, and I think what I want to do, where do I want to put this? I think I just need this one right here, really, to be honest. And we'll do... All right, I need a frequency. Let's do... okay, just do it this way. Let's grab some sand. top frequency is sand. Second frequency is let's go with some quartz. Now that I'm no longer limited, this is going to be great. Quartz. All right. It's nice. Night is falling. I'll be able to sleep this rain away. Actually, for it to make sense. Actually, for it to make sense, we need to do this. Glass? Do I have glass? Probably have a little bit of glass over here in this barrel. Not that one. That one's gold. This one. Cool. All right. All right, so frequency, sand, glass. All right. So what I can do now is sleep. There we go. Sleep. Storm goes away. Everything will be awesome, right? It's going to be great. We're going to love it. All right. So what I'm going to need here is a lever. Do I want this to be here? Sorry, I'm just questioning everything in the world. Okay? It's fine. Everything is fine. Right, so almost need a three-way switch here, but for now, what I'll do is let's take a lever. Okay, go there. Stick this back here with same frequency. It's going to be glass and sand. Okay. All right. Simple. All right. So right now I'm going up. It's doing gold and, gold and quartz. Okay. Do I have some signs? That'd be great. I don't have signs, but I do have wood, I think. So, okay. Helps if I actually put it in my inventory, not the slot in my backpack. Okay. All right, so let's craft up some signs. These are oak signs, aren't they? Yeah. Do I have oak? I don't think I do, actually. I have some birch, though. Birch would be better than spruce for this. Just because birch signs are a lot more readable than oak signs are, or spruce signs. All right. Okay, so let's grab some signs. All right. So step one up is... No, I don't think I want it there. Also, I'm not entirely sure I want this to be iron here, but... Oops. Done. Okay. Up is... quartz, gold. Down is glass. Okay. So if I flip this switch, it should light that up, which should light blue is blue, right? Sand and glass. Frequency 1 is sand. Frequency 2 is that. Oh, I got to switch this one to receive. Okay. You're now on receive. So now that'll stop all of the new sand from coming in and becoming quartz and stuff, and all of the old sand, or old sand will get, that'll be done. The new sand will come through and get smelted and become glass. Okay. So this is fine. Could this be a lot more compact? Abso-freaking-lutely. Will I make it more compact? Probably not, but it could be a thing. Absolutely could be a thing. But whatever it is, this is, so this will work. So now if I want this to make glass, yeah, I mean, I still have some soul sand bouncing around from before, and that's going to continue. So that'll continue to finish out all of that, all of that soul sand. But the rest of the sand will now come through here, cook up to become glass, and everything will be awesome. Yeah, actually half tempted to make this exactly 16. Just let it bunch up, but that's all right. It's not going to be that big a deal because I'm not getting enough sand in here to slow things down. So, okay. That is starting to bunch up. So once I stop putting soul sand onto the thing, that'll be better. I am going to make this equal to 16. It'll just end up with a lot fewer things coming down that. I think I'm going to do this here too. It'll end up making this a little bit, it's not necessarily slower, but at least when the soul sand comes in, it'll bunch up to 16. It'll come out. It'll just spit out in a bigger block of things coming down that way. This one, I think I still need it to be. That one won't matter. I mean, it's. Sand will pile up, but not. It just doesn't go that fast. Sand's not really going to pile up here, so. Just what ends up happening is we end up getting. The glass ends up coming a lot more slowly, right? Fewer items here. Yeah, I mean, if I cranked up the speed of this whole thing, which, I could do, right? I'd come out of the power plant, right? Which is this line here. I could come out of this, ouch, come out of the power plant, take it through a rotational speed controller, which actually might end up here. And really crank this up so things go a little faster, but it won't speed up the fans. I mean, they'll spin faster, but they won't cook any faster. That's okay. It just would get everything off this belt a little more quickly. Also, I don't know if it would speed up the crusher any. Perhaps, but yeah, so yeah, it's just unfortunate that I can't split this nicely just between the two of them. But that's okay. I can definitely do a one or the other. And then what I really need then is another sort of a global off switch. But I mean, it's okay. It's not going to hurt anything, I suppose. Okay, but yeah, so we should start seeing. Yeah, see, the soul sand is done. Yeah, we'll stop adding quartz to the line. Instead, we'll be adding. Yeah, obviously we've got big chunks of gravel, and we've got glass and all that stuff. But yep. Speeding up the belts might be the way to go. But on the plus side, it is basically chunking out the not quite fast enough, but fairly close, I guess. Now I got soul sand in there. The soul sand should still oh, probably because it probably washed in a bunch, maybe. I don't know. Don't know. Suppose I mean there are things I might do, but for now I'm making a lot of glass. So let's sleep, and we'll go look at the glass. Okay. Right. So yeah, this is glass. So we'll just okay. Glass. Yay. And then this was gold. Okay. And quartz. Z. There we go. All right. So the good news is that's definitely going to be a thing. So yeah, I might have to add a couple of other filters or other things just to I don't know if it would help. I just don't know. But I do know. Let's take a look at gravel. What happens when you wash gravel? Right, so there's gravel. Right, so if I wash it, I just get flint and iron. Okay, which is great, but I've got an iron farm, so I don't need that. And if you crush it, obviously you get sand. So, or you get andesite when you mix the gravel with the flint and some lava. Okay, which would actually be kind of interesting to play with. Right, pull the flint off and do something with it. But right, I could pull the flint off over there when it comes out of the crusher. Heck, I could pull the flint and the gravel and connect it with that. It's maybe not the most efficient way of doing things, but it does work. Since again, I do have lava, kind of. Again, I really need a chunk loader to make that system work well. Okay, but I've been sitting here yapping a bit, and this looks like everything is sort of declumped here, which is fabulous. All right. So yeah, so it could just be, right, if I flip this back out over to quartz. Spell that right? Nope. Quartz is spelled with a Z, and I know that. Okay. then yeah, so now all of the sand is going to go down the quartz way. Yep, so, okay. All right, I mean, that works. Totally works. So, all right, yeah, so we'll just have to keep an eye on it, just make sure everything doesn't continue to clump. But again, that's just part of the troubleshooting process. But yeah, if I were to to put another filter on here that was maybe not flint, but I mean it could be flint, but yeah, something that pulls off flint and gravel here, I could absolutely connect that up and have a kind of slow andesite generator. That would be okay. Yep, I don't know quite how I'd want to do it, but I totally could. So, all right. Well, that I'd have to have another control to turn that off. Right, because I do need the gravel to actually come back and get crushed for the sand, right? So, that's awesome. All right. And then, yeah, I should also have I have another radio link here, right? Yep. Yeah, just in case I want to craft sand, I would definitely need to be able to to lock this as well. Right. But man, I'm probably going to have to just rebuild this. This is just, I built in a previous season, I built around, a thing. I was trying to only build one set of fans and one crusher and all that stuff. Unfortunately, the the complications are a little bit crazy. I'm curious. Let's look at clay. It's clay. Right. So clay. If I were to craft it, or I can crush it in a basin, right? So I could do the same type of thing with the clay balls and pull it to clay and then turn that into terracotta. Right. Because then I could take the clay out through here as well, right? Well, that's definitely an idea. Yeah, pull the clay out, compress it into clay blocks, turn it to terracotta coming off of this line. Yeah, and do stuff with that. I could do that. That would be a thing. But yeah, loading up on the quartz. Okay. All right. Well, definitely things are going on. Okay. for now, I'm going to go ahead and take this, put this redstone link here. We're going to do that. Do I have sand? Yes. So we'll put that there, and so I could just lock that for now. I don't like this solution. I think I am going to have to redo this at some point, but okay. All right, let's move this down here. Okay. Oops, up at the top. Good for that. Okay. Quartz, gold. Up is for that, and then for glass. Okay. And then let's see. Oh, right. This one goes back here. Sand, sand. Oh, I need another lever. Another lever. Okay. All right. And then this one would be, oh. Actually, let's put this here. Both on for sand. All right. Right, so if I do that, then that will lock both of those, and the sand won't go through it at all. It'll just get, well, it'll get crushed is what it will do. Okay. All right, well, I need quartz. So the other thing that should do is, do I have another radio link? I don't think I do. Is that should turn off the other thing. So let's see if I have another brass casing. Yep. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to have to do this. It's some other point. Right now, it's getting me what I need, but I don't like the way this is functioning. So, all right. So if I come over here and slap that on there. Sand, sand. Set that on receive. All right, so now if I set this to, actually, just that one, it'll stop spitting out sand. Right, you can see the sand is no longer coming out. It'll stop spitting out sand, so it won't collect anything, right? It won't send any additional sand out to be smelted into quartz or stuff. So, yeah. Okay. So this is then for on is sand, off is other, and this is off is quartz gold. Go. I can make room. I could do it. Room is a thing that can be made. And on is glass. All right. So now at this point, we're just getting more sand. All right, cool. And then off, now we'll get quartz and gold. All right. Well, that works, I suppose. All right, and I certainly have plenty of sand. Quartz I need to work up on. Gold I need to work up on. Glass, we'll worry about a thing. And then that was to hopefully haunt Blackstone, but I guess that's just going to have to be I'm just going to have to change this. Yeah. Because I need to do it, I'd have to individually control what comes through here. And it's doable, right? If I were to put a... Oh, if I were to put a vault here, for example, with 3 things, right, to haunt, or 2 things to... 2 brass filters to haunt, or set. So one would be, all right, this is on, then we'll let sand in. If this one's on, we let the stone in, right? But yeah, that's just... Oh, it's just going to be messy. Okay. But yeah, a little bit of... Yeah. But I can do some things here. I can definitely do some things, right? Because, well, I'm... Yeah, because I'm not crushing the sand anymore, right? But... Okay. Yeah, we'll have to figure something out, but I do like the idea of grabbing some gravel and the flint, piping in the lava from over there, which is also kind of coming in from over that way, right? Because I have it potentially connected to my power plant, right? Because I've got a lava line right here, so I could just keep that going and pump that up into the basin for yeah, for all that good stuff. Yeah, that I think is gonna be okay. I think so. I think stuff is gonna happen. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be moving downward. Oh yeah. And we're definitely cranking out honestly, I probably only need one of these, but hey, we're doing okay. Heck, honestly, if I just took one cobblestone generator, fed it into a crushing wheel for gravel and flint, you know, that might work too, right? Doesn't necessarily have to be onto this machine, you know. Just take one of those. This is just, I use these so I didn't have to build a big freaking cobblestone generator that just takes... That's just a lag killer, you know? Okay. Yeah, so yeah. Just rebuild this smaller. That's a problem for future me, I think. That's... Because it's doable, but... It's definitely doable, but it's just going to be a little bit of a mess. I just wish putting the extra brass tunnels here would unify this whole thing and just let it... Oh yeah, they're not completely parallel, but they're close, right? And I want to split them, and yeah, whatever. All right, yeah, I'll compact this later, I guess. And it said it may be much later, but okay, cool. So I've been staring at this for a while. Is there anything else I want to try to make happen here? And I don't know that there is. All right. Well, in that case, we've got all of this going on. So what's going to be the next thing now? So I've got this doing stuff, right? So now that I can get right, so now I'm getting quartz and gold. So I'm not worried about quartz, but I need redstone. Okay. Which isn't overly hard to get, but is a pain. So let's get this going. I think what I'm going to have to do is, I'm going to have to do a couple of things here. But basically, kind of what I want are some brass, or maybe what is the storage box? Is it? Let's come in here. Storage boxes, right? Okay, so there is a hardened storage box, which is a display board, a vault, and a bunch of train casings. Train casings are easy. The problem is I need a bunch of these display boards, which take electron tubes, which takes redstone. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to have to go figure out my redstone problems. Now, lamp slab. Okay. Now, anyway, so redstone. That's not what I'm looking for. Getting redstone. Okay, I can get it by washing iron, potentially. Or iron, crushed raw iron. Obviously, I get it from a redstone ore, right? I get it from cinder flour and potions of strength, right? Well, cinder flour is crushed netherrack, right? Potions of strength is a little bit crazy. So potions, leaping, slowness, turtle master. Potions of strength. There we go. It's blaze powder. I have to take blaze powder and water, pump it through a heated basin, and then I can get potions of strength. That, my friends, is going to be a pain. I've built that before. It's a pain because of the blaze powder, which basically means I have to hook it up to a blaze farm. Okay, doable, but gad, what a mess. All right. All right, well, that I think is going to be a problem for future me. Yeah, this isn't good. Right, this is just not. I think there's a way to make this work. It's just not how I have it. No, it's absolutely not how I have it. So, okay, fine. It's fine. It's just peachy. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I could see. There are a couple of places here where I might be able to bunch things up and make it a little bit more efficient, perhaps. Kind of like I did here, where it's collects a bunch so it's not dumping all of that soul sand. Because I'm not collecting the soul sand. All right, yeah, let's do this. let's go ahead, get our brass funnels. Okay. And then, yeah, this one I will kick up to exactly 16. Oops, nope, nope, nope. Okay. All right, sand can go back in there. All right, it'll slow down the flow of stuff getting onto the belts. And the soul sand will dump out in... no, because it'll dump out in 16s. And won't fill up this entire row and won't slow down some of the stuff coming through here. Okay, it's a thing. It's definitely a thing. Yeah, it's always an issue when you need to do input and output, because I could absolutely condense this down with the storage bins, but yeah, it's just the output is doable. I could actually do this. You know what? I could do it with a storage network. I was just trying to avoid those because those can get, if they get complicated, they can kill it. Because like I said, when I did my previous, when I did Going Green, which was another Create Mod series, similar to the goals of this one, actually, I had a problem. I was using Tom Simple storage for lots of things, and it just, I built a system that was so complicated and complex that it ate all of my lag, or all of my TPS went crazy. I was getting 10 instead of 20. The lag was just ridiculous. Everything stopped, and it wasn't good. And I'd like to avoid that because I don't want this series to fail because I've lagged myself out. So I'm going to try to avoid that, but there are some things I think I may want to, I may be able to make work. I don't know. We shall see. The good news is, because of the way I changed it here, yeah, the soul sand is definitely slowing down, obviously, because we're getting it in some bunches, but yeah, it won't have to try to slide in quite as many. Won't have to shuffle it into this quite as much, which means this should go a little bit faster, and maybe that crushing wheel won't back up quite so much, which would be nice, actually. So all right, I've definitely made a mess here. All right, well, that's sometimes the fun is trying things and failing, because then you learn, right? And I have definitely learned that this setup, it's not great. Definitely not. So, all right. But on the plus side, I'm now getting all the quartz I'm going to need. And, well, the gold is still slow. Okay. We are still getting nuggets and stuff, but that one is just going to be slow. A real gold farm, you know, classic piglin gold farm would be faster than this, I think, but that's okay. Yep. I think. Okay. All right. No, I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop. I have ideas and I'm thinking and that's always a problem. So, all right. That's fine. It'll be a thing. But I definitely want to thank all of you for joining me today. It's been a lot of fun. Special shout out to my supporters over at musicfreegaming.com. Supporters get all sorts of extra perks. It's a great place to be. It's also a place if you want to get Music Free Gaming merch. Christmas is coming up. This is a good time of year for it. Check that action out. And until next time, be excellent to each other. And this is Music Free Gaming signing off.